What's up, guys? Mr. Granator here, and welcome to the Deep End. And I'm here with my co-host, Two Beasts for Gaming, and we have two very special guest stars here with us today.
Hello.
Hi.
This is Heather and
What's
Simone.
up?
And today's topic is concerning the LGBT community. Now, if you watched any of my previous videos, you know I'm all down for it. I don't have any problems at all with it. So I kind of want to start off by, asking one of you, tell us about some of the, I guess, struggles or whatever that you go through with your day-to-day life. Whoever wants to start
Simone,
first.
do you want to go ahead and start?
What about what's his name? Jacob. You could call me a faggot.
Literally.
I'm fine with that, but you know.
Right. Well, what I think Simone's trying to say is it's just, I don't understand why people think that if you are from a certain kind, and it goes back to, it could go back to race and everything, is just because you're a little different doesn't mean you're not a human and that you shouldn't be treated as one. And I feel like as long as I'm not hurting you, there's no reason why you should be hurting me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So as long as I'm doing me, I'm leaving you guys alone, I'm, stuck in my little corner, do whatever I'm doing. I don't think why there should be so much conflict, especially this is the 21st century.
Mm-hmm.
It's, people have advanced, technology has advanced, the world has really grown to, accept more than just, one kind of people, which is just, cisgendered. We've overcome, racism. We've overcome, hurting people's feelings or feeling like they're less of a person because they're mentally handicapped. So I don't understand why we can't, just let this one slide under the radar as well. And it also goes in with the, people don't understand and they don't want to open their minds up to it because sometimes they're scared of change. And I can understand that, but at the same time, it's like that doesn't give, a free card to treat people the way that they do. And I feel like if people were to just, leave each other alone and do their own thing, we could, it would be a lot better in the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
That also reminds me, there's one fucking, when me and my friends were just hanging out at my work, this fucking dude named Ethan. Oh my god. He's like the little edgiest little fucker here. And he kept calling me a faggot the whole time. And then he tried to convince my friends to fucking, ditch me. I got so fucking offended. I fucking nearly ripped his head off. And then that fucking made me look bad.
Right.
Because the thing was, he kept pushing me.
Right.
No, fuck
And now I
him,
go
you
to his
should.
school, which honestly I'm kind of scared now. Because he's like a really edgy kid. Like someone like suicidal. Like, but someone that would like shoot up a school.
Right. Well, and it's just frustrating because, like I said a million times before, just because, someone's different doesn't mean that they're not a human. It doesn't mean that their life is not valued. And in my opinion, you're free to disagree with me, but I mean, if you pick on other people and you make fun of them for being different or make fun of them for liking a certain kind of person, it kind of tells me that you're not completely satisfied with your, life. If you have to find joy and hurt other people's feelings, it kind of shows me that, number one, you're not steady with yourself, you're not happy with what life you're living, and you're just, it's just sad to think that some people make others suffer for their own gain,
Mm-hmm. See, that's what I love about.
So, and especially,
Go ahead.
hmm? Well, and that's like with teenage boys nowadays. You know, you can, everyone has their own jokes and their own opinion and everything. That's, some can say, literally, some can say that that's my opinion. But there was one time I was in the boys' bathroom, and I was minding my business, washing my hands because, hygiene is good. And I was washing my hands, and these two football jocks came into the bathroom and started, and I heard them talking under their breath, and I was just like, okay, just don't look at them, just mind your own business. You're there to wash your hands, not fucking have crepes with them. So,
You don't know.
lit. Well, and all of a sudden they turned to me and they said, "Why are you so fat and so gay?" Like they literally said that. And I'm like, excuse me? And they said, "You're disgusting." And it bothered me because it's like, never, ever would I imagine in a million years someone coming up to someone, minding their own business, doing whatever, and question them. That'd be like me saying, "Why are you straight? Why do you like women?" Why do you feel like the body that you were born in? It's ridiculous. It's none of their business. And even if they do have questions, it's not like they ask them politely. I have no problem with you asking me a question, but you need to know when and when not to. It's just, it baffles me to think that someone has the audacity to tell someone else how to live, because clearly they don't know how to live themselves. They don't know right from wrong. I don't know if their mom didn't teach them correctly or something. It's just sad. And I don't understand how someone could have so much hatred to someone that they don't even know, that they have no idea what they go through or no idea what their home life is. I can't fathom how messed up your life is, or how mediocre, or just how sad you are to have to resort to hurting others to make yourself happy.
Well, you gotta remember, hatred isn't genetic, it's taught. You're not born hating other people. You're taught to hate other people.
Right. And that's the same thing as, I always, being 17, I don't know that much about politics, so I'm not going to go into it. But I always say, why can't we just leave each other alone? And I understand that sometimes it doesn't work like that, and it's probably never going to work like that. I understand that. But with that being said, if we would just leave each other alone and mind your own business, and if parents, that's another thing. I had some company over the other day, and they had their kids, or it was a single father, and he had his son and daughter, and they were preschool age, maybe a little bit older. One was 10, I think. Anyways, well, they were messing around with the stuff in the house, and these weren't family. It'd be one thing if it was family, I could understand that, but they weren't. And when I was young, I was taught, don't, sit the hell down in the corner and be quiet unless spoken to. And they were touching everything, they were being loud. I had my door closed, and I was talking to some of my friends, and they kept opening up and making noises and stuff. And I mean, doesn't mind that as much, but then they went over to some of our electronics and unplugged the router. And to me, that's so disrespectful in the way that their parents did not teach them. And when you're born, you know nothing. You're not born Einstein. Well, yeah, but still, they should have been like, okay, sit down and don't touch nothing. I mean, at least that was how I was raised. I was raised to respect people and respect people's belongings. That'd be like if someone came into your room and was touching all your stuff and making noises when you're trying to concentrate. I'm sure they wouldn't like me going to their room and playing with their toys and, messing everything up. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is basically, if people were taught correctly, I don't feel like there would be such a problem.
Not at all.
I feel if people weren't so close-minded in the regard of, if something wants to change or something is changing, that is bad. And some people deal with, emotions with anger, because anger is such an easy emotion to, come across with. Sometimes people don't want to admit that they're scared or they're nervous or they don't know how to feel about something. So what they do is they lash out with anger. And I'm not saying that that's all the cases. You know, if you don't like broccoli, you don't like broccoli. But do you sit there and make fun of the broccoli? Do you sit there and wish death upon it? Do you sit there and make its life living hell? No. You just say, hey, I don't like broccoli, I'm not going to eat it.
Well, I mean, broccoli,
So
now,
if you
that's
have a
something
problem,
special. I do hate broccoli, and I will openly tell my hate of broccoli.
yeah,
Buffalo
I
is
know, I
good.
hate peas. I hate peas.
you.
I can't stand them. But do I sit there and hurt their feelings for no fucking reason? Do I sit there and make fun of them for no reason? No. I say, okay, I don't like peas, I ain't gonna eat them. I don't sit there and smack it. I don't sit there and beat it up after school. I don't sit there and ask it why it's fat and gay. I don't. I avoid it. I say, okay, I don't like peas, I ain't gonna eat these motherfucking peas.
Oh, there you go.
And if people, and say you don't like a certain demographic,
Okay.
say you don't like a certain type of people, just avoid them. Do all you can to avoid them if it bothers you so much.
I was actually just about to say that if you don't like something, avoid it. Don't like go up to it and start making fun of it or start picking on it or start hating just because you don't like it.
Right.
What if it's AIDS? I mean, I
Okay,
don't
well,
like AIDS.
okay, well, fuck AIDS.
Right. True. I mean, not to be shady, but I don't think anyone really likes him, so I think you're in the clear on that, hun.
I mean, I
Oh.
love it. I love people.
Lit. But
Simone
I
Wood.
just... True. He's disgusting. I mean, look at him. But
Don't judge my
I just...
time.
True. Fucking faggots. No, but... I mean, it... And also, I think... I don't know. I'm trying to think of a metaphor. You know... Some people say, I don't like artichoke. And never have had it. They just say, ew, it looks gross or it's different. I don't like it. But I was the same way. I thought, ew, I'm not gonna like fucking artichokes. Disgusting. And then I had them one time with dinner. And I loved them. I'm not saying if you think you hate gay people and then you hang out with one, you're gonna be gay. No. I think that what you can do is you can give them a chance and you can see what they're about, because we don't bite. We don't eat little babies unless you're fucking kinky like that. So,
Anyone
you
else
know,
say cannibalism?
yeah, pretty much. But, until it's kind of like also, you can't read a book, or you can't judge a book by its cover. Just because the book says gay, homo, faggot, doesn't mean it's a
I
bad
read
book.
that.
Literally, that's Simone's autobiography. But just because it says that doesn't mean that it's a bad book. It could be a fucking bomb-ass book. It could be a funny, caring, exciting, fun to be around book, but you wouldn't know because you're like, bitch, no, give this back to Barnes & Noble. Okay? And it's the same way with, I feel like you can't say you don't like a song until you know what that song is about. If you don't like the melody, whatever, you need to understand what that song is saying. You need to understand what it's about, and then you can say you don't like it. It's the same way with, you can't say you don't like a certain demographic of people unless they have given you a reason. Or you're just a hillbilly fucking grandfather that doesn't care, and he's like, I hate gays no matter what. Like, okay, then that's, But I doubt any of us are over the age of, 80. So...
What? No. Well, I mean, you're not. No.
I know, Grandpappy's pretty old. But...
Well, really, when it all comes down to it, at the end of the day, like you said, this is the 21st century. It's 2016, almost 2017. The world is changing, whether we like it or not. And
I was just gonna say that.
Really, there's not really anything we can really do about it but accept it. I mean, if you're
Just
gonna
like,
sit
I know this is
around,
a topic.
go ahead.
Hmm? No, you go ahead.
I mean, if you're gonna sit
No,
around and just wish that it was the 80s or wish it was the 70s still, you know, I'm sorry to say, but you're mistaken, my friend, because the 70s, the 80s, 60s, whatever time period you wish it still was, it's gone. That's long gone. This is a brand new era. And
Mm-hmm.
we as a people all over, not just in America, I mean all over the world are moving forward. There's no place in this world
Mm-hmm.
to, there's really, the way I see it, there's no place in this world to look back as as uh as we're moving forward. There's no real need to look back and see, unless we're just looking back to see what all we've accomplished. Other than that, there's really no point
Right.
of
Well, and
going back to
I
what it
feel
used to
like,
be.
right, and I feel like it is. It's just like the 80s and the 70s and the 60s when, we were so biased and so mean to, African American people. You know, we overcame that. We said, we admit that we were bad, we admit that we hurt you guys, but now it's time. We have moved on, and now, they're accepted. And I have no idea why it would be any different for any other people. And it's not just LGBT, it's race, it's everyone. I feel like everyone, it's open love. That's what it needs to be. It just needs to be, the world needs to be full of love, not hatred.
Yeah, that's the one thing from the 60s I would bring back is the whole free love thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, and everyone, they just, it doesn't sound as appealing, but they sat at home and they minded their business. They went out with Jeff and Barbara to the diner and had a meal, and Tommy watched the kids, and things were it was a lot simpler time, but it was a lot happier time. And just like with all the feminism, everything, everyone is so wound up, so angry with everyone that they don't, literally, they don't have a reason to. Everyone's just always mad at each other. They walk into a room, they're angry. They, go to a restaurant, they're angry. They go to the store, they're angry. And then someone doing something or saying something just sets it off.
Hmm.
When I wake up, I'm triggered. When I breathe, I'm triggered. When I walk out my
Literally.
door, I'm triggered.
Oh, believe me, there are people out there that just, like, it really just, I think it's really funny, like, these people over here, they're just, you know, bashing on gays, bashing on people that are different from them, when the reality is they're doing that because there's something about themselves they're insecure about. Which this goes back
Mm-hmm.
to something we've kind of put into a lot of our videos, and that's bullying. This just goes
Right.
right back to that. And I've been meaning to do like a whole bullying episode at some point, but I haven't gotten around to it. Well, Beast, do you have anything to contribute to the
Should I?
conversation?
Should I be the second hunter?
No, do support.
Well, I mean, just look at the first like golden rule that we all got grew up on. That's like out the window, and no one uses that anymore.
Of course not.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to go back to that. Treat one another as you would have yourself treated, basically.
Mm-hmm. It's true. It's, and everyone thinks that they're entitled. They think that they're entitled, to hurt others. They think that they're entitled to, I don't know what I'm trying to say. And I've also seen that when people have been hurt, when they've been, stuff has happened to them, they feel like the only way to reach out is to do it to others.
Hmm.
And I
Because
agree with
I
you,
don't,
you know, huh?
I don't know how to reach out for help. I just sit and
Literally.
suffer.
True. Because, you're a homo, they're bad. No, but in all reality, I feel like, if people would just kind of calm down a little bit. Just everyone's so angry all the time. And back in that time period, you know, there always and always will be bad things that happen. Always, no matter what time period it is, no matter when, where, who, and how, there's always going to be bad things that happen to good people, or good things that happen to bad people. But I feel like when something bad happens, people think that it's a fair trade. It's a good reason to where I can make things bad happen to other people. And you know, some people having a bad day are like, okay, you know what? I don't care about anyone. I'm just gonna take it out on everyone else. And I feel like that's not the way to go. You know, and like I've said a million times, if just people were nicer to each other, people wouldn't be so angry all the time. You know, if you show kindness to someone, even if it's a little thing, that could change someone's whole entire life.
Oh yeah.
You know, and it is the golden rule. I agree with that. You know, treat people how you want to be treated. If you want to be treated like absolute ass and have no one like you, go ahead, dear. Like, you'll get that back.
There you go.
But I don't know who in the right mind would want that. And I had a friend a while back, and she chose to treat everyone around her like garbage and basically tell everyone that she doesn't need them and that they don't mean anything to her. And she was the type of gal that she can dish it out, but boy, she can't take it. The minute that you stand up for herself, she gets pissed and throws it back even harder. And you know, you know, one of my friends also said, for not being your friend, she sure spends a lot of time with you. And I spent so many months with this girl, every single day, all night long, talking constantly. And it was conversations, you know, that, you know, you and a friend would have. It's not just, hey, you know, how's the kids? It's deep, thoughtful, interactive conversations to where you feel comfortable with that person. And, you know, it could be a mistake that I made, but I brought her into my life. You know, I showed her my family, I showed her my day-to-day everything, and she did the same thing. And, you know, if she didn't want to be friends completely, if she just wanted to come on here and just play with me and, you know, have a good time, that's completely fine. I don't have a problem with that. But she did the actions that showed, you know, I'm interested in being your friend. I want to do things with you. I want to be your friend.
So
And
really, so really, the fact of the matter is, she kind of strung you along with this whole "I want to be your friend" act, just to flip the script later on.
yes, and you know, what the reason why I'm bringing this up is I feel personally that she used me and other people as a scapegoat. You know, she was pissed, she's gonna make other people feel it, you know. She was upset, she's gonna make other people be upset. You know, you know, I'm a pretty funny person once I get to know you. And I let my walls down and we became good friends, or at least I thought so. And so, and I saw that if she was mad, you were mad. Like, either she made you mad or her actions were going to then make you mad. So everything that she was feeling, she always had to have everyone else feel. Anger, you know, sadness, everything. And she would sit there and spill the beans to you and tell you everything about her day and how it was terrible, but you couldn't do the same. You know, she wanted a friend, but she didn't want to be one back. She just wanted to kind of be that cold shoulder that was just like, okay, you served you served your purpose, bye.
Yeah. Well, we're down to the last quarter. I might just cut this one short, but I do want to say something before I do. And there's two things, one of two things that we can do with hate. We can either give into it and just hate everyone, or we can rise above it and be better than that. It's time to
Right.
choose. It's time to choose what you want to do, America. I choose to rise above it.
Yep. Hey, poop on me.
So, anyone else have anything else they want to say?
I'm very gay.
Just everyone should start respecting everyone. be nice to people. You don't know what they're going through throughout their day.
Mm-hmm.
You could be that
Right.
person that saved their life.
There you go. And you don't know, like, it's like Heather was saying, you don't know, you know, you can't just read a book by its cover. You don't know what a person's like until you get to know them. Now,
Right.
when you get to know them, whether they're good or bad, that's for them, you know. But until then, you don't know.
Mhm.
So, I like how this episode went.
Yeah.
I think this is a good time to stop. Sorry, Bobo, you're not
Yep.
needed
That
here.
sounds good.
Bye.
What?
Just so if you like, thank you so much for watching the video, and if you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you didn't like the video, you're a hater, and I don't like you. No, please like, comment, and subscribe. I need the subs and the views, and the comments, and the likes. And with that being said, I'm Mr. Graynator. This is 2Bs for Gaming, and thank you, Beast, thank you, Heather, and thank you, Simone, for joining me here.
Yes.
And you guys have a great day. Peace.